Hello, and welcome to this episode of Unboxing Women, where we explore why women in business are often called such a bitch. My name is Maika Rose, and with me is my friend Dana Rexx, and we are both independent recording artists and singer-songwriters based in Europe. You can listen to us on our YouTube channel and on your favorite podcast platform.
Yes.
So, Dana, we are talking about a special topic today. We are talking about ageism.
Yeah, something that's very current nowadays with all the female power going on. The age of the woman is nigh. Well, it all started basically when I saw Mel C on a panel last year on an online congress, and she said that there was a lot less interest in her music from the industry because of her age. Remember, I told you all about it?
Mm-hmm.
So Mel C, for those who don't know, is Sporty Spice from the Spice Girls, who, still looks amazing. And she was telling about how when she hit a certain age, there was just, less interest in her music. I mean, from the industry. So I'm talking about radio play and features in the press and stuff like that. Obviously, she has her fans that will always be her fans. It's just that she sees that there are less opportunities for women of a certain age because, they're kind of just left behind. And if she's already getting this reaction, I just want to say, if she is already getting this reaction as Sporty Spice, can you imagine for lesser known female musicians what the struggle must be like?
Yeah, and also people who don't maybe fit into the criteria of beauty standards or having aged as well, or all those things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that come into this, and imagine Mel already having to deal with this, then imagine how everybody else deals with it.
Absolutely.
And how hard it must be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it kind of also links back to movies, doesn't it? When there was what was it? The James Bond movie with what's his name? Something Craig.
Yes, Craig.
Yes.
I
Craig?
forget. Yes, that one.
Okay, right.
Daniel Craig.
So, there was this one Bond movie where the woman who was his one of his love
one of the girlfriends.
Yes, one of them. I never watched it, so I can't specifically say, but I remember this being quite talked about because the woman was older than him by like 2 years or something, right? But the actress was older than him, and everybody was like, oh my god, and she's older than him, and how is this going to be portrayed properly? And why would Bond want to fall for someone older? And blah, 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 blah. And it was this huge thing. And I was just sitting there going like,
she's
so
an
you
actress.
have no problem with the girl being in her 20s and the man being in his 50s.
Yeah.
But, the other way around is unthinkable. I don't get it.
Yeah, and she's just 2 years older. She's playing like this bomb woman who's so fit and hot. And still people are like, but in reality, she's 2 years. Yeah, but she's an actress. She can play any age she wants. She's an actress. Obviously, you can't play a kid anymore when you're 50, but I mean, you can play a normal woman. Thank you very much. I think it's crazy too. And men getting older is sexy. Women are just treated as if they shouldn't show themselves in public anymore. They're not sexy. They're old hags.
Yeah, it's like the men become silver foxes and women become grandmas.
Ooh. Yeah, nice wording. Yeah, on the silver screen, to stay in the silver tones, like George Clooney types are getting roles like James Bond and stuff like that, while female counterparts of the same age are now cast as like supporting roles and someone's mom or grandma or and when they are cast in like a major role, it's mostly as the evil head of some secret spy organization or something.
Yeah, like Cruella de Vil. Actually, Cruella de Vil would be a really rad role to play, but still.
Yes. Absolutely. That would be really
Yeah.
cool. But I mean, to stay James Bond, in most spy films, the head of the spy organizations are surprisingly always women, you know, but they're always like these old women who don't really understand the whole thing anyway, or who have like a secret agenda to take over the thing, or I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
I haven't watched enough of them. I know that in Bond, what's her name? Penny something. Oh my god, I'm going to embarrass myself in front of everyone here.
It's okay if you're not into James Bond. I don't really know it either. Moneypenny. Is it Moneypenny?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I have never seen that movie. I just know of the name.
No, that she's in Bond. She's Dame.
Is she in?
Is it Judi? Yeah, it's
yes,
Judi
Dench. Yes,
who plays it, and yeah. So it's I don't know. It's weird. Not that she plays that, but I never realized that before, that they were all older women.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know what to think, you know? I mean, on the other hand, you have this whole MILF undercurrent that mothers who are in mega shape are still hot and have sex appeal.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole MILF thing is up for discussion, right? It's derogatory and misogynistic, or should we be grateful that women are still described as sexy after they've become a mother, you know?
I think that goes back to the fact that we should one really take other people's opinions as fact on whether or not you're sexy, because that's like how other people see you, and what it really should be is, no, I define myself as this or not. So that's again seeing from the male perspective.
Well, that's how it always was, you know. I mean, now we're open-minded and we're creating all this, okay, no, it's about yourself and how you see yourself. But that used to not be the case at all.
True, yeah. I
mean,
no, but that's, it's interesting, because you've got the MILF thing. I think DILF is now also becoming a thing.
Oh, really?
But then DILFs are usually like people with, you know, the dad bod, which is like you have a little bit of a belly and stuff. And that's
that's not for me.
Well, it's personal preference, though, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
But it just think about it. MILFs are women like who keep themselves in top form, are super sexy, have like curves and everything, or you know, whatever. And then DILFs are
they can just be themselves.
They can just be themselves. Yeah. So that already shows.
It's so fucked up. Oh my god. Yeah, so, you know, we're written off the moment we have a child and like have a little bit of a belly or you know, or boobs hang a little bit more or something. And
we had a belly beforehand, let's be frank.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But you know what I mean, you know? It's like, oh my god, no. And then on the other hand, not having a child makes you egotistical and deemed as not fulfilling your female task, which is base instinct of reproduction, you know? So it's that also is something that I struggle with a lot, you know. MILF, yeah, okay, cool. But on the other hand, if you're like, okay, but I don't want children, then you're also bad.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's super hypocritical. It is. I think it's, think about all the people who fall through both of those, like who maybe have had children but haven't kept themselves fit, or don't want to be, or have a certain body type that just looks different, or you know, or had an injury, etc., etc. All those people who don't even fall into those two categories, and that's like most people.
Yeah.
Right. So it just goes to show how restrictive these labels are.
Yeah.
And how it's an ideal beauty standard, right?
It all stems from the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. From that ideal of being young and pretty. I said this last time as well, that I think it's really weird that in, you know, in life in general, we don't really take advice from people who are younger than us, or stuff like that, or I don't know. And then in the music business, you want like the youngest girl. She has to be like 16, 17, 18, and she's the one to look to, and she's like she's a superstar, and but what about the women who are a bit older, who are actually writing songs out of some kind of life experience, and putting all of that in their songs, and they're like written off because they're nearly 40 and they have kids, and so we're not going to listen to her anymore. So I think that's really weird, because in business you want somebody to be telling you, the person with the most experience to be telling you how things are done, or giving you advice. And then in music it's like the complete opposite. I don't get it. I get it. It's the whole sex thing, right? She looks good. She's 18. Everybody wants, let's be honest, to have sex with her. So she's a superstar. And until the next 18-year-old is there when this one is 26,
Yeah.
And I think that's really sad.
Yeah, that is definitely a big part of it. I think also what plays into it is kind of, if you catch people young, you conform them more to your things. They won't have enough experience to say no to things that are bad for them as their business, or that are bad for them mentally. You can push them around more easily. It's a lot about control, and also they'll live longer for you to make money off of them. So
I don't know about the live longer, but I'm definitely down with the manipulative, the manipulation part of it, which is also bad.
Sick. It's sick. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I think you're right. It is a lot about kind of sex sells, and I've always found it disturbing that
it's youth
women
sells.
in music videos are always wearing bikinis or nothing, or very scantily dressed, and men are just wearing normal stuff. Like, come on, like, what even is that? And they always have to dance like sexily and kind of
twerk,
run their hands all over their body, and kind of have like these side shots where they're like, right? I can't even do it.
I know.
But you know what I mean?
I've tried. It's really hard.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure not all teens feel it this way, but thinking about them being so young, when I was that young, I would not have had the confidence to act sexily, especially in front of a camera, in front of crew, in front of all these people.
Oh my God.
And then having that out there for other people to look at is just something I would not have been comfortable with at all. And I get that there are some people out there who do feel comfortable like that at that young age. But in essence, when it's younger women, and they're not even 18 yet sometimes, they are being sexualized in a way that is just absolutely wrong.
Yeah, and I don't think they know it themselves. I think it's just they're very naive, and that's why they are even able to act that way in front of the world. And I mean, like I said, I've tried, and I just I'm just at a certain point where I try to do that, and it's not that it doesn't look nice, it's just that when I'm doing it, I'm like, what the hell? And I can't take myself seriously, and I just end up laughing all the time. So because it's just so ridiculous, so I'm like, okay, no, this I can't do this, this is not me at all. And
exactly.
I don't know if it's ever been, I don't know if that was who I was when I was 16 or 18 or whatever. I don't believe that.
Yeah. So in essence, when people in the music industry or in the entertainment industry in general get older, I guess the one good thing is that they are not seen as a sexual object anymore, maybe, but to a certain extent. But the bad thing is then that people will not see them as anything worthy of giving them any attention.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Interest is lost basically, and so that just shows that it's all about the sex appeal, the sex or the sex appeal. You know what I mean? And it's a little bit sad. It's a little bit sad. It should be about the message. It should be about the entertainment. It should be about the experience as well. I don't know. I think there are a lot of songs though out there as well about that. I've been listening in a different way when I knew that we were gonna do Ageism to songs, and there's this song by Hey Violet. I don't know if you know it. It's called Guys My Age, and it kind of goes, guys my age don't know how to treat me, don't know how to, so she I should say they, because this is a band fronted by two sisters, and they have one guitarist who's in the band all the time, and then I think some other people come and go. I haven't figured it out, but yeah, in the States they're pretty big, and I thought that was very clever of her, because she's in her early 20s. She's very young as well, and it just shows it's true that boys before 25, are mentally younger than women by a lot.
Yeah.
And, it just goes to show that, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say.
Well,
I just want to say that there's a danger in that as well, because then you see quite young girls going out with guys that are older than them. Usually it's by a year or 2 years, but sometimes it's by 5. And when you're 20, that's still a lot, or like 10 years. And then they get bashed for that as well, because they're not with a boy their age. But the boy their age is, I'm sorry, this is just the truth. It's just...
Yeah. I mean, I'm 25 now, and I used to say, I still say it, but I used to say all the time back in uni, I would not date a guy under 26. I mean, I would, but just the general rule was 26, just because I'd been proven time and time and time again that they just weren't
there
mentally there yet. No.
I know. I had boyfriends, in school and whatever, in high school. So I mean, for America, high school, yeah, you know what I mean. In Europe, we don't call it high school. High school comes after that, but yeah. So, and I used to, and after 2 weeks, I was like just so sick of their reaction to just basic, conversations, that I would just, end the relationship. And then I would go home and my mom said, "Oh, and how's this guy doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's over." And she would say, "What?" Yeah, he was too childish. And I kept saying that a lot. They're too childish, too childish.
Yeah.
And yeah, I said that for a long time. So that goes to show that that's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when it comes to that, there's always like men protecting themselves will then say, but childlike behavior is sometimes also cool. You got to ease up. You got to just be, like a little bit. And then I'm like, yes, but there's a difference between acting childlike sometimes for shits and gigs, but there's a difference between that and actually being mature enough to take care of your own life, and not coping.
Exactly.
Just not being able to, and then expecting other people to do it for you. I don't want to feel like your mum. That's not what I'm here for.
Exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. And I think the younger they are, I mean, let's go to 18. Let's leave it at 18. An 18-year-old guy, fine, cool, but he's still very, very young. And yeah, we're not your mom.
Mm,
We're not your mom. So what
yeah.
I've been hit with a lot of not all men lately, because I'm still doing
Mhm.
that campaign about domestic violence when we're
Yeah.
recording this. Um,
Mhm.
and it's all like, not all men, not all men. And I know, we know, But then you're missing the point if you're hitting me with not all men with every word I say,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's like that as well. So I just want to say, we know not all men. I'm sure that the men listening here, some of you were actually mature at 18 or able to cope or whatever, but most men, let's be honest, and you know this too because you had pals then too, they were boys, but boys being boys, and we're like, okay, you're really cute, I
Mm.
want to go out with you, but you're you're being a
Yeah.
bit, I'm not your mom.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think the thing that's really people are missing, or the people who are doing the not all men stuff are missing, is that if they would stop and actually listen
Yeah.
properly to what we are saying, they would know A, that we don't mean them, and B, that the thing they should be doing with all that attention is raising awareness to other men, like to be
Yes.
like, look, guys, this is what's happening. We know you're out there. We know it's not all men, but
But
this
you're
is not.
giving us a bad rap.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Why are we suddenly the people who are like shaming people or whatever? Why is it not, oh, okay, so this is actually happening? Well, let's go and find these fuckers then.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
Like, it's so weird. But there you go.
It is weird. All right, well, I think that's all for today. Thank you for tuning into Unboxing Women. Be sure to connect with us on our socials, which you can find in the show notes. Send us a DM or let us know your personal experiences with the hashtag #SuchABitch. Don't forget to support your favorite artists through merch or donations. My name is Dana Rexx, and I've been chatting with Maika Rose. This is a bi-weekly show, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time. That's what I was trying to say. Same time, same place. Thank you so much.